Let me just tell them I understand. Okay, I said okay. So first of all, thank you for including me in your evening. Every time we have an opportunity to gather, um, it's not just about those of us that are here, but all the lives we touch. And so really want to honor the giving of your time. And each of you give all the time. You're in a world where so much is asked of you. And so maybe tonight is about receiving something for yourself, and certainly being able to pass that along. So my name is Jackie. I live on a horse farm in Northeast Ohio. I know you may be scattered all different places, so maybe we'll be able to hear where you're from. You can, since we're not a big group, we'll have a chance to hear from each of you. So I live on a horse farm, and most of my work is to either through coaching or therapy to bring people out into the natural world, sometimes with horses, sometimes under a tree, but to do all my work outside because I think nature is, for me, a very healing place, a very expansive place, and so it's where I choose to engage in my work for the most part. So I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother. I'm going to visit my grandkids tomorrow, and so maybe we could, each of you could take a moment to unmute yourself and your name, where you are right now. Where's home for you? And it might be, home for me is around family and around in the forest, and it's also in Ohio. So maybe your name and where's home for you? Both the home that you are, your physical home, and maybe the home of your heart.
Donna, Monica, do you want to start?
Sure. I'm a little shallow because my home is my pool. I love swimming. I could swim for hours, and I do. I do laps all the time, and I just get in a trance, and I just love it. I'm in Florida.
Thank you. And Carol.
Carol Polkovic, and I am near the water, near Lake St. Clair, and we're in Michigan. We have 5 different grosse points, and we're in Grosse Pointe Woods, so we have the most trees. And I had the honor of going way up north to Grayling, Michigan, and learned about the largest pine tree forest and all the different pine trees this summer camping with my cousin. And I work about 5 minutes from here at Ascension St. John Hospital in Detroit, Michigan. And I had the privilege of becoming a holistic nurse, and with Mary Nashke and Vicki Boyce. She just recently retired. And my mom had worked with her years ago when I volunteered at a local hospital. And October 1st, I just celebrated my 49th year at the hospital.
Wow, Carol. Thank you.
I'm still part-time. I work with mothers and babies in the lactation department.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you. Thank you and welcome. Donna.
Well, I'm Donna Christensen, and my physical home is in San Jose, California. You can see it's a beautiful evening. And my preferred home is either the Pacific or Atlantic. I grew up in Jersey, at the Jersey Shore, and now I'm living not far from the Pacific, and I just love the ocean. So that's where my calling is.
I understand that. Thank you, Donna. Rose.
Muted.
Rose, you're still muted, or there you go. We will come back to Rose. Amy, you are muted. Thank you.
Evening. Hi. I'm Amy Clark, and my residence today is in Lisbon, New Hampshire, up by Canada. And I am surrounded by woods, and that is my happy home if I can't get to the ocean. There's
That's
nothing like being in nature.
It sounds wonderful. Did you get fall colors this year?
Um, so not so much. It was better in the southern part of the state. Although I have to say where I was last week in Bar Harbor, they had been rain. It was great colors.
Oh, good.
So it was kind of, it's different, because we had so much rain.
Yes, yes. And we in Texas had so little. So there's something about balance again, isn't there?
There is. Yes, thank
Thank you,
you.
Amy. Denise?
Hi. Oh, you can see me. I'm sitting in the dark. I live in Wayne, New Jersey, and I'd say my place is anywhere with nature. It makes me feel comfortable. So I'm looking forward to tonight with all of you. Thank you.
Welcome, Denise. Caitlin?
Hi, I'm Caitlin. I currently live in Virginia, but like a lot of you have said, I love being in the woods with my family or with my pets.
Thank you and welcome. Lauren?
Um, well, I just signed in, so I think you're asking what our happy place is.
Yeah, where you're at, whatever you want to share, and where your happy place is.
Okay, well, I'm in my happy place right now. I'm in Congress, New York. Um, Unfortunately, I don't know if I'm going to make the whole thing tonight because I have to work tomorrow. But it's a beautiful fall day here. It's cold actually in the morning, but it's warmed up in the afternoon, and this is my time of year. So anywhere out in nature, I'm happy.
Wonderful. And I
Thank
hope you have a very easy day, as far as easy as possible in nursing tomorrow.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Rose? I don't know if Rose is back. I know Rose may still be at work and somebody may have called her away.
Yeah,
Uh,
she is with patients, just so you know. She did.
Okay, okay. My name is Mickey Erickson or Margaret Erickson, and I live in Texas, but I will not say that is my happy place, although I have my family here. So I'm very blessed. All my family is within an hour of, actually, two of my siblings are within 3 blocks of us, and one is an hour away, but I was raised in Michigan, so I miss the seasons, and my real spiritual place is the Black Hills in South Dakota. So, Jackie, that's the group of us tonight, and we look forward to connecting through drumming and through this experience. Thank you.
So for the people that I can see, can you raise your hand if you were with us last time? So it's a new, for those people that I can see, it's this is the first time you've gathered with us. Okay, I think Rose just may have,
Rose, did you just check in?
oh, I saw her light up for a
Can you
minute.
hear me?
We
Yeah,
can.
Oh, you can hear me. Okay. I'm Rose, and I'm happy to be here. I'm in Mentor, Ohio, and I would say, like most of you, my happy place is just really being out with nature, whether that's in the mountains or walking a trail or sitting by the lake. So happy to be here. Blessings, everyone.
Thank you, Rose.
all right. So drumming is all about connection. It's all about common ground. And drums have been used to gather communities together for long periods of time. We know that it's been at least 25,000 years that people have been drumming, because on the cave walls in France there are petroglyphs of stick figures of humans, and also next to them are stick figures of some kind of an animal, maybe a deer, maybe a horse, and a drum. And so drums have been with us for a long time, gathering the community together, bringing people home when they get lost. So we thought we would drum together. It's kind of an experiment about how might you drum together virtually. So if you have a drum, we're kind of starting with just an easy, slow, kind of a heartbeat drum, which is 2 beats and then 2 open spaces. So if you have a drum, and if you don't have a drum, you actually have a drum within you, which is kind of your heart. So you can drum along with your heart if you'd like.
You want us to stay muted?
No, unmute, that would be great, so everybody can, we'll give it a try, everybody can hear people's drums. And if you don't have a drum, you might have a desk. You might be able to drum on your desk. And let's not try to let's let our individuality happen. So drum however you want to drum, whatever rhythm is coming from within you. And it might be chaotic for a while until we find our rhythm together. You can be a little bold. So as we're drumming, you might think about how might we create within us some silence. Maybe letting go of any thoughts and chatter that would keep us from being present. Silencing the chatter. Maybe slowing. We all move at a pretty fast life pace, especially in nursing. So beginning to slow, silencing, slowing, maybe even finding stillness that is inside us. So in slowing and silencing and finding the stillness, we're able to sense a lot. Maybe sensing through our eyes the beauty around you. Sensing by hearing beat of the drum. So we kind of silence ourselves and slow and still, sensing our way into our space together. Maybe letting ourselves sigh with the out breath. As we silence and slow and still and sense, we open space. We open the space within us. And we create a space between us of kindness, maybe curiosity, graciousness. And as we silence and slow and still and sense, making space within. Maybe there's some kind of an inward smile. And I thought today we would, this evening, take a couple of journeys together, drum journeys, and then pause and share what emerged for us in our journey. And so on the journey you can drum along or just find a super comfortable place in your chair. See a few more people have joined us. Good. Opening to the community, opening the circle to welcome those who are joining us. And just maybe feeling your feet on the floor below you. Some of you might be outside, so you might be able to actually feel your toes on the earth. And if your feet are on a floor, whether you're 3 stories up or right on ground floor, right on the earth is under us. So you might just feel your feet resting comfortably on the floor, which is resting comfortably on the earth. And then as you feel that connection with your feet on the floor, your connection to earth, maybe you can feel the earth coming up and supporting you from underneath. So you're both taking a stand and joining the earth, maybe standing gently upon her, resting gently upon her, and she's reaching up to support you from underneath. Feeling the support, the nurturing of the earth, that unconditional acceptance of the deep feminine. And as you kind of allow yourself to move upward, maybe through your pelvis, through your belly, up into your heart, and just kind of rest quietly in the center of your heart, wherever that feels right to you. Connecting with you this evening. This is me. And as you connect to the earth with your feet, feeling her support, noticing your heart space, begin to notice also, if you choose, your breath. No special breathing, just simply noticing, no judging, nothing you need to be doing, just noticing. Noticing maybe the inhale, the breathing in, and the breathing out. Our breath, many of you talked about being most connected in nature. And breath was our first and most intimate connection with nature when we were born. It's our first connection with the outside world when we took our first breaths. And it's our last connection when we leave our physical body. So really honoring life-giving breath. And as we notice our breath, we might even be able to breathe in and out through our heart space, letting the breath come through us and through our heart, opening our heart space even gently, more and more space. kind of notice your breath and just allow yourself to breathe through your heart, feet on the floor, connecting to the earth. Maybe bring to your awareness something that you're grateful for today, something that feels like it brings light into your world, something that brings a moment of joy. Just notice what you're grateful for, one small thing. Allow that essence of gratitude, whatever that is, to really be fully part of who you are, and extending it outward to all the people in this circle, from one coast to the other, from Florida, where some people are, to the East Coast, to the West Coast, California, to Texas. Cover a lot of territory. It's a big circle, maybe even a circle that looks like a heart. So sending all that heart energy of gratitude to all the people in the circle. And then extending that gratitude to all the people that each of us touch, that circle, and the circle of people that they touch. So that even though maybe there's 10 or 15 of us here tonight, our reach, our touch, through the circles of all the people that we touch and all the people that touch us, really creates a wide circle of gratitude. And so taking a couple more breaths, silencing the chatter, slowing up a little so our body can catch up with our being, sighing, spacing, maybe smiling inward. And we'll then come to a pause. 1, 2, 3. So I thought we'd open the space. One of the benefits of being a small community, a circle, is that we can pause to hear from people. And because you have that common ground of being holistic nurses, that common ground of values, the common ground of how you offer the gifts that you offer in a very particular way. And yet you each have an individual way of giving your gift. So maybe what we could do is each person could unmute and maybe share a word or two of what is it that you're grateful for on this evening, so that we all have a chance to find that within ourselves as well. So maybe we'll start. Donna, do you want to begin?
Which Donna?
Okay, well, let's see. Well, you're speaking. How about you, Donna, with the beautiful smile?
I'm very grateful for my pets. They're both being very quiet right now, so I'm very grateful to them because before they were barking. So I'm very grateful that they're finding some peace, maybe with the drumming.
And what do they offer you?
What do they offer me? Love,
Ah, okay.
unconditional love.
Unconditional love. Okay, well, that's a good start. That's a great start. Okay, how about
Mhm.
the other Donna?
Hi there. I am grateful for my children. I miss them very much because I'm in Florida and they're in Ohio. But they're coming in December, so that's a good thing. And I appreciate my husband because I know I'm a lot. I'm a lot. It's hard to be me. Sorry. That's me.
Okay. How about Vicky? Margaret?
I'm thankful for Donna because she's a lot of wonderful things, and I'm thankful for our certificates. My family is always wonderful. I'm just thankful to have the opportunity to relax and be with a group of amazing women and nurses who energize me. Thank you.
All right. How about Carol?
Grateful for my family, my husband and sons, and our one pet cat that I could hear him meowing a little bit during the drumming session. He probably enjoyed that. Um, but just being here to just total appreciation for this drumming session and feeling tranquility and peace, inner peace. Such a blessing. Thank you for all being here.
Okay. How about Amy?
So I am thankful for this group as well, and to take this time for self-care, because of our busy, crazy, sometimes like today, anxiety ridden days. So it was much needed, and it's very appreciative. I thank you.
Okay. Denise?
Hi, like most, I'm thankful for my family. They have unconditional acceptance. And also, like most have said, I'm thankful for all of you and being here tonight.
Caitlin? Caitlin, you there? Can you unmute? She may have stepped away. Well, let's go to Rose and we can come back to Caitlin. Rose, are you there?
I am. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, wonderful. I am grateful for the work that I get to do as a holistic nurse, that I get to really just be here with others, supporting them on their journey as well. And I feel very grateful for that, and grateful to be part of this wonderful circle tonight.
Anybody else? Did we get everybody? Okay. So I want to.
Wait, I have one more thing.
Oh, good.
We're all grateful for you, Jackie, and
Oh,
thank you
thank
so
you.
much. We appreciate you.
All right. So I want to read back what. So we have this collective, this individual way of being grateful. But then there's this collective wisdom that we have. So in between, we're going to do a couple of short journeys instead of one long one tonight. Last time we did one long one, but I thought we would do a couple of short ones and then be able to share a little bit about what emerged for us. So this first one, which was really about what do we feel grateful for, um, and I didn't write everything, but in the order you spoke. Grateful for unconditional love, grateful for children, and sometimes we're a lot. It's really hard to be who we are. We're thankful for the opportunity to relax and to, we're grateful to be able to relax. We are, as women and as nurses, we have very demanding lives. We're grateful for family, grateful for being here, appreciating inner peace. It's such a blessing. We're thankful for the time for self care amidst busy, crazy, anxiety days. It's much needed. Unconditional acceptance. And we're so appreciative of the work we get to do and to be here to support others on their journey. And it's a gift to be part of a wonderful circle. So that's our collective gratitude. So take a breath. We're going to go back to journeying. So some journeys have no words. Traditional drum journeys actually don't have a word. they just have the drum, and you kind of follow the rhythm of the drum. So I thought we would do one drum journey that's a traditional journey, a short one, not too long. And the way it works is you can drum with me, you can open your eyes, you can close your eyes. If you keep your eyes open, I would say just find something to gaze softly at so that you're really listening in. You're able to really listen inward. And you can start your journey. Every journey starts with a doorway or a portal. So you can pick a portal. It might be between two beautiful trees. It might be between two rocks. It might be in your favorite rocking chair on the porch. It might be by the ocean. It might be walking along your favorite path through the forest. So just find a place where you feel very safe, very welcomed, very much at peace. And we're going to start our journey here, and then we're going to end the journey here. And what we're going to do is as you begin this journey, when you come through your portal, your gateway, you're going to follow a path that is quite beautiful. There's wildflowers on either side. There's a sparkling river that runs alongside you. So you're just going to kind of follow the river. And follow the river till you get to the forest, which is filled with beautiful, beautiful trees. Lots of light coming through. And just find a really welcoming place to sit upon the earth. And this journey is an honoring of our ancestors. Each of us in this life journey is here because the strength of someone else. And so each of us is going to have an opportunity tonight, as we listen to the drum, to invite one of your ancestors to be present with you. Maybe present in your heart, maybe present in your memory. Maybe it's an ancestor you never met, but you saw pictures of her or him. Maybe you just sense your way back 3 or 4 or 5 generations and invite who was ever there to come forward. And each ancestor that we have had a gift to give us. So when you call to your ancestor, maybe again you know her or his name, maybe it's somebody alive in your life now, maybe it's somebody that's passed over. But invite them to be present with you. And as I drum, just sense the strength that they had, the gift that they have, that was gifted to you, that lives through you, and that you're bringing into the world. So I'm going to drum for a few minutes and see if you can think of an ancestor, bring to mind an ancestor, bring into your heart an ancestor that you'd like to honor. And what is it that lives through you from that ancestor and that you're going to pass on to the world?
Come with me. Okay.
So begin to prepare to come back to the place we started, wherever you began this journey. Taking your time. And bringing back with you the gift of the ancestor, the essence or quality that in some way allows you to be who you are and lives through you. Okay. So, if you're open to sharing something about your ancestor, put my glass on so I can see. Um, maybe, Carol, do you want to begin and tell us a little bit about the ancestor that you invited and what strength you honor her or him with?
Actually, it was one of my uh, grandmother's relatives. She wrote a book, Sacagawea, and it was her journey on traveling for Lewis and Clark's expedition.
Wow.
And she had authored that book. It was a pretty thick book, but just walking on sacred ground and just the journey that she traveled, tracing back all of their steps and roots. It's very interesting.
Wow. And what of her lives through you?
I think my adventure just to explore all the beautiful land and the water and just the wonderful nature just kind of inspired me to do some more traveling. Hopefully, my retirement, my husband and I will do a little bit more of that as well.
Awesome. Thank you for introducing us to her. That's really wonderful. Yeah. Amy, did you have an ancestor you'd like to honor?
I do. I had an aunt that passed away back in 2008, and at 70, she became a Reiki master. And so she would always send me, through all my accomplishments, she would send me, she lived down in Cape Cod, so a feather to put in my cap.
That's wonderful.
And so she has had some impact I didn't realize at the time, because I didn't become introduced to holistic nursing until 2013. But as I've traveled along this journey, I realized that she started the journey for me, and I am to carry it on.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So
Thank you for bringing her forward.
thank you.
Um, how about um, Maggie, Margaret, Mickey? You've been sent by many names.
It was my father and grandfather, and they both loved to play, and they both brought joy and childlike wonder, um, and the importance of it. So, thank you.
About Donna from California.
I brought forth my paternal grandmother, um, Anne Slattery, who I never met. She died in childbirth, giving birth to my father's youngest brother. And she was a very strong woman who went against her family in marrying my grandfather. They looked down upon him. He wasn't from the same social class, but she was very strong and she loved him so much. And she just gave her life for her love. And I just wish I'd gotten to know her. So she came and we spent some time together. So that was very nice.
And what do you think, as you honor her, lives through you?
I would like to thank her strength. Mm.
Yeah, thank you. Nice to meet her. Thank you. Donna.
Okay, let's see. I was bringing back my father, and he died young, 61, and my mom's been alone for 30 years now. But he had such a good sense of humor, and there was just something. It wasn't music, but he was always like drumming his fingers. You know what I mean? Like he played songs with his hands. I just remember that and stuff. And my sister believes that there's a red cardinal that's always around her and that she thinks it's my dad. And she asks questions and stuff. She's like, Dad, can you give me a sign? And no sooner does that happen and he's at the window. It's kind of weird, but I really believe that. I think it's cool. He was a great guy.
And what are you carrying
Nice.
forward from him, do you think?
What do I what?
What are you carrying forward from him?
Probably the sense of humor and the musicality, because I like to drum my fingers too. Just was habit. Although I bite my nails too a little bit from him as well. So there's always the good and the bad, isn't there?
There you go.
He was a good guy.
Thanks for bringing him forward. Denise,
Mhm.
how about for you? I don't know if you're still there.
Yeah, hi. I brought a mentor of mine. She did an energy modality, and she was very instrumental in me getting involved with a lot of spiritual things and healing. And what I take from her is her passion to help people. And I know that what I do is I'm also a Reiki master and I volunteer at the hospital to go to the floors. And I find that in a way healing for me. And I really enjoy it.
Thank you. Caitlin, are you there? Yeah,
Hi, yes, can you hear me?
we can.
I thought of my grandma. I never actually met her. She died a little bit before I was born, but from what I've heard about her, she was very welcoming. So I'd like to think that I have that welcoming presence as well.
Okay, thank you, thank you. I'm going to honor one of my grandmothers. She came from a small village in Europe and was sent to the United States to be safe. And there was an arranged marriage, a little bit like Donna. You talked about your your ancestor. So she was to marry somebody when she got to New York, and she got to New York and said, "No, I don't think I'm going to marry you," and went to work and ended up marrying her boss instead of her choice. But it was unheard of then, once. But she never, her family was not there, and I remember her. So her kind of independence but also she would wrap all kinds of things in a blanket and send them back home. Insulin and band-aids and just things, sewing things, and so I think in addition to being a strong-willed woman, she had a very kind heart. So I hope to carry both of those strong will with me, and but with a kind heart. So, yeah. So I thought we have time for maybe one more short journey because we close at 9. Is that about right? Okay. So we're living in a really challenging time. We're living with a lot of uncertainty. We're living in where parts of the world there's a great deal of disruption and suffering for everybody, for many people. And there's a lot that we don't see on TV that isn't happening in the world anyway. And so I thought to not acknowledge it would in some way acknowledge it. It honors that we don't just close our eyes, that we care. Even if there's not a lot we can do, we care. I think that you are all in a profession where you have very tangible ways of caring and healing. And then there are parts of the world that are really hard to personally touch in that way, even though we'd like to offer our healing. So I thought what we could do is to drum for, maybe do a drumming for a kinder, gentler, more just world for all, and especially for the children, and the children and the children's children for generations to come. So maybe we can drum for the future. Maybe we could drum for a better future for the children of the world, and to do that with hope, and to do that with trust, and to do that with faith, and to do that with a strong heart. And so let's drum to that, and then see if there's a message that comes forward, a word or an image. Maybe we'll drum for an image of what it would look like. What's an image? Not necessarily a word, but an image that captures the vision of a more peaceful world for the children and the children's children and their children for generations to come. Okay, so let's do a little bit of drumming and allow yourself to maybe an image will emerge immediately. Maybe it'll take a little bit, and maybe 4 or 5 images appear, but there's one that really wants to catch your attention. Okay. So maybe we can share our images. Anybody can begin, just unmute, and then we'll go from there when you're ready.
I can share. I was listening to somebody, I don't know if it was on the radio, but they were talking about the Hamas and how the kids were kidnapped, and the one was an aunt, and she was so worried about her nephew who had been kidnapped because he really needed his glasses, and she was so hoping that they still kept his glasses because she said he couldn't function without his glasses on. So everybody say a little prayer that he still has his glasses when he comes home. Okay.
All right, thank you. Okay. Amy?
Some reason, pen and paper.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, that's to be continued, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, all right. Do you have a sense of what the pen and paper represents?
I don't, and to think quickly offhand, I used to do a lot of journaling and I don't anymore. I used to do a lot of writing of cards to people, and I've just been so busy that I've let a lot of things kind of fall behind. Prioritizing and reprioritizing, what we all do. So, and that was an important thing for a lot of people to receive those letters or those cards in their lives.
So if we're beginning to connect the two, the first is how important it is to see and be seen. That we need to be able to make sure that we see people for who they are, that they're not objects, that we really can see people. Take off the glasses and see the humanity in front of us so that we can treat people better. And to remember, the whole journaling is to really not forget about people, to really remember and really hold the importance of memory. Yeah. Other images. Carol, did you have an image?
I was almost thinking of a sunrise or a rainbow, just hoping for a brighter future for their next generations and their children. Yeah. Just, knowing that, we always have to have hope.
Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. Yeah. Donna, anything?
Well, I had an image of people around the world just holding up their children and their babies and just saying stop the violence, and I just got very emotional. It's it really makes me sad that so many children are suffering.
I had the image of wings around each of the children and being held by not only by human hands but maybe held in love. And how do we begin to hold all the children with love and gentleness going forward, and holding that picture, really wanting to change the world in that way, and holding the hope, as you talk about with rainbows, and seeing what's really in front of us, really maybe seeing a bigger vision. The glasses maybe are the kind of glasses that help us vision a different kind of world, and to write about a different world, to begin to put our words into what the world needs to look like. Yeah. Okay, how about, who else we haven't heard from? Nikki?
I had a vision of a pond with cattails in the background and water lilies slowly opening all over the top of the pond.
Oh, lovely.
Beautiful white water lilies and all different, in buds and then in full bloom. And very a, a pearly, luminescent around all the flowers as they were opening.
Okay. Denise, do you have that image you want to share?
Just it was pure white, just pure white for peace. That was it.
Mm-hmm. Caitlin?
I just put an image of a big circle of kids laughing and dancing together.
So light and laughter and rainbows and hope and tears and um, being seen, um, keeping a record of what's happening to maybe, and flowers that are maybe in buds but are soon going to open. So lots and lots and lots of beautiful, beautiful images for the children as we go forward. So I thought we would close with some drumming, and you can join me if you'd like. And again, to maybe drum all those as we kind of maybe each person could unmute for a minute and put a word in that we want to send up and out to where it's most needed. So I'm going to put the word in of loving kindness. So just unmute when you're ready and put your word in, and we'll drum it up and out.
Peace. Oh, put it in the chat.
Oh, you can speak, maybe to hear your voices. So if you unmute and just put your voice in.
Say light, sending light.
Peace and light. Okay.
Is
Love.
peace.
Hope.
Understanding.
Understanding. Okay.
Sincerity.
Joy.
Say that again, Caitlin.
Joy.
Anybody else have a word they want to put in?
No.
Okay. All right, on a big breath, take a big breath in, send it up and out. Who most needs it? And let's drum. Maybe you're going to drum your chest to your heartbeat. Maybe starting where we kind of ending where we started with the great gratitude of coming together in community, coming together in common ground, coming together in peace, coming together in compassion, slowing and space between us, space inwardly. Feeling the heartbeat of the earth, the heartbeat of the ancestors that we brought forward tonight and honored. So nice to meet them. The heartbeat of the circle that gathered tonight from coast to coast, north to south, east to west. Connecting from the heartbeat to the elders, to the heartbeat of the children. Connecting to the heartbeat of light, opening flowers, rainbows. So is there any way you would like to close the evening, Donna and Mickey, who have called this group together?
No, I just want to say thank you, and then Jackie, I'll let you do our closing.
Well, it feels like we journeyed backward a little bit to the ancestors. We journeyed from our hearts to what where home was for us. We journeyed to our blessings to the children moving forward, and the blessing of connecting of hearts. So very nice, wonderful to meet each of you. I'm so in awe of the work that you do, the gifts you offer so generously, and the fact that you see people as whole people. You see them who they are. There's this word called weird. We're all weird, right? WEIRD, weird. But there's a Norse word, and it's spelled WRYD, weird. And the Norse word weird is the essence that we're born with. And we might, move from adolescence to grown up to nurses to CEOs to mothers to grandmothers, but the weird stays the same. We might get gray hair and wrinkles, wear glasses, not wear glasses, move from one place to the other, but the weird is with us, that essence of just who we are. And so, really grateful for the weird in each one that showed up tonight.
Thank you, Jackie. Thank you all for coming, everyone, and I hope you have a really blessed, harmonious week. Namaste.
Bye.
Blessings be with you and your loved ones.